Hello all, in this video we will see how to reverse the single linked list. Now let us assume the linked list will be 10, 20 and 30 as you can see in this diagram. Now their memory addresses are 100, 200 and 300 and they are interlinked with the address part. Now how do we reverse the single linked list? We have an algorithm for that. First we will create 3 pointers. One is priv and then another one is current and the another one is next. Priv and next initially null. Priv is used to track previous nodes. Current used to traverse the current node or tracks the current node, and next initially or temporarily stores the next node. So these 3 pointers are required in order to reverse the single linked list. And once these are defined and declared, now we have to traverse the linked list by using a loop. Now we are using while loop. While current is not null, so as long as current is not null, we are following these steps. First we will store the next node by using a statement called next is equal to current next. So next we will reverse the link by using a statement called current arrow next is equal to priv. Now then we have to move the priv location to the forward location. Priv is equal to current, and then we have to move the current location to the forward location. Current is equal to next. So after doing all these changes, at a point of time current will becomes null. So that is the indication we have to come out of the loop. The loop will break at that point, and we will set head location to previous location. So head and previous location will be that last node. So last node becomes the first node by using this head traversing. Okay, this is the algorithm that we are trying to do in the code. So this is the code. Now as I said earlier, we are declaring 3 pointers: priv, current and next. Initially priv and next will be pointing to null and current will be pointing to head. Now let us see how the things are going. Next we are at the first iteration. Initially the linked list will be looking like this. Head and current will be pointing to the first node, and the previous is equal to null and next is equal to null. These values are already defined in the code, right? Now the first iteration is starting while current not equal to null. Current address is 100 now. 100 not equal to null? It is true. First next is equal to current next. Current next is 200. Current next value is 200. That will be assigned to next. Okay, that means next will pointing to 200. So initially next is null, right? Now next will be assigned to 200. So the updated linked list looks like this. So 10, 200, 200 at the 200th location next will be pointing to. Okay, next is also pointing to 200 location. This is the first step we have performed. Next, current tends to next is equal to previous. So previous value is null. That null will be assigned to current next. This is current and this is the next part. So in this 200 null will be assigned. So 10 null, the remaining part as it is. The link is now missed. That link will be gone now because of this null assignment. The link is no more. Okay, so head, current 100, 200 next and 300. So this is the updated linked list memory representation. Now the third step is move priv to the forward location. How to do that? Current is equal to priv. The current address is 100. Previous priv address is null. As you can see, the previous value is null. That will be pointing to the current location. So previous will be pointing to current location. Now what is the updated diagram looks like? Previous, current and head. These 3 pointers will have to point to the first node. Head is pointing to the first node, current is pointing to first node, and prev is also pointing to first node. The only pointer is pointing to the second node is the next. Okay. Now the next statement is we have to move current pointer to the next location. So how to do that? Current is equal to next, the next address is 200. 200 will be assigned to current. So current also will move to 200. So by the end of this line, both the pointers current and next will be pointing to 200th location. So this is the updated diagram. 10 null, head and previous are pointing to the first node, 20, 300, 200, next and current are pointing to 200th location, and the remaining diagram as it is. Now we have completed first iteration. Okay, so now we are going to second iteration. The current value is 200. Is 200 not equal to null? The condition true. The first part we are seeing next is equal to current next. What is the current next value? This is 300. 300 will be assigned to next. That means next will be assigned to 300. So next will move forward now. Okay. So the updated linked list diagram as follows. So initially head and previous are pointing to the first location. Current is pointing to the second location. That means the second node. And the next is moving forward now. So next is pointing to 300th location. Okay. Now the next statement is now the previous address. What is the previous address? Previous address is 100. That 100 will be assigned to current next. So what is the current next value? Previously current next value is 300. Now we have to form the link between these two nodes. As you can see here, these two nodes, we are forming the link now. So how to form the link? The current next value is assigned with 100. That means previous node address. So by the end of this line, these two nodes are interlinked. Okay. That means the link is formed now. Okay. Now we have to move the priv also by the statement called priv is equal to current. The current address is 200. 200 will be assigned to priv. Now priv will point to 200. That means priv will move to current location. The updated linked list diagram as follows. The head will be pointing to the starting location only, but the change we are getting is current and priv both are pointing to 200. The remaining diagram as it is. And the fourth statement, we have to move the current pointer to the next location. So current is equal to next. So what is the next address? Is 300. That will be assigned to next. Okay. So that means current will pointing to 300. I repeat this sentence. Next address is 300. That will be assigned to current. There is a mistake here. So next address, that means 300, will be assigned to current. In this place current should be there. So current will point to 300. Now the updated diagram looks as follows. Head is pointing to the first location. Previous is pointing to the 200th location. Next and current both are pointing to the 300th location. Now we have completed second iteration. Now we are moving to the third iteration. So what is the current value now? That is 300. Now we are at the third iteration. While current not equal to null, that means 300 not equal to null, it is true statement. So we have to move the next location, next pointer to the next node. So by the help of this statement, next is equal to current tends to next or current arrow next. What is the current next value? Current next value is null. That null will be assigned to next. So in this statement, next will becomes null. So after performing this step, the linked list as follows. Initially the head is pointing to the first location, previous pointing to the 200th location, current is pointing to the 300th location, but the next is null now. Okay. Now we have to move the we have to perform the link. Okay. Now somehow we have to create a link between current and prev. Okay. By using this statement, current arrow next is equal to prev. What is the previous location is 200. Now the previous will be assigned to current next. That means in this place null is there, right? 200 will be assigned here. So after performing this step, the linked list is as follows: 10 null, 20 100. Now 200 is assigned to here. That means that this current and previous location will be interlinked. The link is formed now. Now we have to move the addresses now. The current is moved to the next location. We have to move the pointers now. So current is equal to prev. The current address is 300 will be assigned to prev. So prev will be pointing to 300. That means by the end of this line, current and previous both are pointing to the 300th location. So that will be looking as follows. So by the end of this line, prev and current both are pointing to the 300th location. Okay. Now we have to forward the next as well. So current as well. So next value is null, that will be assigned to the current. So current will also null. So now next is null and current is also null. Now we are moving to the fourth iteration, but current not equal to null. That means null not equal to null is false now. That means loop will ends here. But after while loop, we are having a statement called head is equal to prev. That means now head will also point into the 300th location. So by the end of this loop, we have this statement called head is equal to prev. So the updated diagram as follows. Now prev and head both are pointing to the 300 location. That means that is the first node. Okay. So this is the code, and let us try to run this code. Initially I am inserting 3 elements by using a function called insert@begin 30 20 10. That means 10 20 30 will be the linked list, and we are displaying the initial linked list here, and we are reversing the linked list. Okay, and we are displaying. So let us try to run this code. Execute, compile and run. So as you can see, 10 20 30 null, that is the initial linked list. After reversing 30 20 10 null, this is the reversed linked list. This is how we can reverse the single linked list. That's it for this video. I will see you in the next video. Thank you so much.